So, Burning Man. Today is Saturday. The man burns tonight. Whew, it's intense, you guys. A lot of people come here, I think, as an empath who has gotten successive waves of empathic overload. I'm kind of out here on the playa right now, so I'll show you guys what I'm talking about as I go. There's the parties. It's a whole city full of partying. There's a lot of inner child healing here. There's a lot of sacral chakra, so sexuality healing here. There's a lot of throat chakra healing, being able to speak your truth. There's also a lot of wild craziness because there is a trickstery energy in the air that's part of it, I think. So that's why, like, this kind of stuff, it adds to this feeling of irreverent sacredness. Here people can do and say whatever they want, and it's celebrated. It's encouraged to be more flamboyantly unusual. There's a Medusa car here. Check it out. So I'm hanging out here in the tent. I'm kind of petered out, but before it was a masquerade kind of night. I love wearing these crazy clothes all the time. It's so fun. And everyone else has all these crazy clothes on too, so it's a different environment. It's definitely, basically, literally a grown-up's sandbox. It's like a giant sandbox out there, and today there was a whiteout, and so I had the goggles on and the bandana where I put a few drops of essential oil. It felt so dreamy, so dreamy. I felt like I had seen this place in dreams before because there were the white mists floating across the road, and other people are either on bikes like I was, or they're walking, and you can't really see very much, and the general feel of everything is totally cool. There's zero drama here. Everyone is just here to have a good time. They're not here to have a good time. They don't come because there's no commerce or anything. So what I'm seeing is that everyone's really letting their inner child come out and play. We are rocking this out. We're making sure we drink lots of water each day. We're having chia seed porridge every day. So soaking chia seeds in coconut milk and then mixing it with a bunch of deliciousness like nuts and goji berries and various stuff. Having fruit, a lot of protein shakes, so just vegan protein and usually coconut milk or water or something. Also the most delicious travel tip, potato chips, preferably in coconut oil, you can just get them plain and then sprinkle truffle salt and shake the bag up so good, and greens. This is so simple. It's like the most abundant meal ever. This is great for road trips and things like this. Chip sandwich. On stream stroller rides, I have the desert. For those of you goddesses on the festival scene who are a little bit intimidated by the sometimes unkempt porta potties in your energy working, amazing, Shakti embracing reality. So this is what you do. I've worked this out this week at Burning Man, and I think that this method will fit even the most fastidious of people, and it creates a little bit of good porta potty karma, which is definitely something you want following you around. So, porta potty, this is like legit, you guys. This is the last day of Burning Man, okay? And these porta potties are really great, I will say. Okay, so now you see the inside porta potty. They're gonna be open. It's probably gonna be stinky. So before you go in, this one isn't though, actually, which is fantastic timing. Bring up your face mask with your essential oils on it, which I will cover in another video. Okay, so here's what you do.
women. And now, men might have another version of this. I don't know. I'm just talking to my girlfriends because I kind of want to tell everyone about this because I'm super excited about it working this way. Okay. So, as you can see, you have the porta potty. And what happened was I read about it being way better for your digestive system to squat than to sit long ago. And last week while I was prepping for Burning Man, it came to me intuitively that now is the perfect time to try this out. And I have, and actually it's very fantastic. I feel like my digestion works a lot better on a science doctor-y kind of mind. Okay, so I'm not going to fully demonstrate, but ladies, even if you have a complicated costume on, if you levitate yourself above the seat, as so, and then you will adjust whatever has happened, drop whatever has happened, squat down, lean on your knees, do your business, stand back up, and it's probably true that you may sprinkle on the seat, but the reason that we do this is because there are already sprinkles all over the seat that we don't necessarily want all up on our thighs. So, after you're done, take some TP and do your public service and clean the edge, drop it in, and also create a little good porta potty karma for yourself. If there's stuff around the porta potty, just don't get it all over your hands or anything. Use the TP to pick it up, throw it in the middle, do whatever you gotta do, because you definitely want good porta potty karma following you. Trust me, you don't want to have to pee at 2 a.m. and open up a porta potty and see something that's gonna make you retch. It's way, way better to start a movement of this kind of behavior. So, thank you for watching. Blessings on your porta potty experience, and I'm gonna go hang out somewhere.
As I was just packing up, I had a completion of a long-term epiphany that I've had about the way that conscious manifestation works with gratitude and then with presence in the body. So everyone who's studied conscious manifestation probably already knows that gratitude, the energy of gratitude, and I'm not talking about this in like a religious kind of way, I'm talking about it as a spirit technology kind of paradigm. So if you can evoke the energy of gratitude in your emotional generator, right, in your body, make the hormones fire and the neuropeptides run and the nervous system effects of the feeling of gratitude, as you put this gratitude out, the universe will give you back more to feel grateful for, also because of the emotional momentum manifestation thing. And so the easier it is for you to feel a certain emotion, the more likely you are to keep feeling it over time. So the way that you do it is by really, really enjoying what you are grateful for in the moment. Dig down in your neuronal net to your young person brain where you were learning all these cultural norms, and shift that from I can't enjoy my reality because it's nobler to suffer a little bit. I earn more respect if I suffer. I'm considered more of a grown-up or more of a serious person if I suffer a little bit, no matter what's going on around me. Exchange that to I am doing as big a service I can for this planet. Not just myself, but all the people around me, all the energies around me. They've done studies with plants, they've done studies with weather systems, things like that. It all is better if you feel better. The people around it feel better. There's a touch of the sacred in there. I noticed here at Burning Man that as the temple burned, especially, everyone was doing whatever their version of praying was. There was no unified thing. It was just silence. And you can feel in these thousands of people that it's not what they're praying to, because everyone's praying to something different. Many people aren't necessarily praying to anything. They're just feeling love or beauty or gratitude or whatever. And that's fine. It's all kind of the same thing because we are part of it. It's not some external thing from us that we have to treat a certain way in order to please it. And I was realizing that it's not what people are considering sacred. It's that they are considering sacred. It's like humans need to love. Humans need to have sacredness. I'm not saying religion, I'm not saying God. If you're agnostic or atheist, that's fine. It's all interpretations with the brain. That's it. It can be explained any kind of way, but some type of it, maybe for you, being sacred is watching your child sleep at night, you know. Maybe it's making sure you watch a sunset 3 times a week and just allow your nervous system to chill out as those photons come in and bounce around. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, but that feeling of gratitude and that feeling of sacredness, because that's one way you can really bring it fast, is paramount, I think, right now, from where I'm sitting, to not only enjoying your life as a unit, but also making sure that you're in a state where you can interface with the ones around you so that you can do your part to help create. I'm not saying anyone's over anyone creating anything. I'm saying that each person is locking in to a paradigm where that is real. And I'm telling you, there are thousands and thousands of people here living this. Nobody's crazy. Nobody's mean. No one takes advantage of anyone else. Not that I've seen. I'm sure it happens. It's a city. But it's ridiculous how safe everything feels, how safe everyone feels. A veil is down, and people really look at each other in a way that doesn't normally happen unless you're already very, very close to someone somehow. So, all together about Burning Man, how was it? It was amazing. It was really healing to see everyone coming in their element. I've lived a life over the past 3 to 5 years that has allowed me to embrace my intuition and kind of my strangeness as a part of my work. But it's easy for me because of that sometimes to forget that it's not something that's easy for everyone to do. And so as I was walking around Burning Man, noticing how free everyone felt and how they were expressing themselves in completely peaceful, super epic ways, I just kept thinking about all the people in my life who need to come. I thought about my parents, I thought about my friends who would find amazing activations going. And so all in all, this is what I think about Burning Man as this being my first time. It's definitely worth the trip. It's something I think everyone should do at least once. It takes a little bit of planning, but it's not super expensive. You're somewhere for a week. The tickets are like between $300 and $400. It's not more expensive than it would be to go vacation. You do have to get supplies and food and a tent or an RV or whatever. But that said, it's still definitely doable budget-wise if you plan ahead, which you have to do with the way that Burning Man works, the infrastructure of it. It's people coming together just to create art, just to create it. Nobody goes there to make money. There's no money exchange at Burning Man. The only things you can buy are coffee and ice. I didn't buy either of them throughout the week. People can go absolutely crazy with their style. A really amazing thing that I noticed, and this, I've gotten it in little tastes here and there with my soul sisters who I know, but there is an entire population of people just appreciating their own beauty and everyone else's. Just being able to shine as bright as you wanted with no cattiness, with no competition. So I think that Burning Man is something that is highly valuable. I really love the fact that all types of people go, CEOs of major corporations and huge think tank people and engineers and also, artists and musicians and dancers and writers and everyone goes. There's so many people that the population is fully represented. There are kids there. It's amazing. And it's not anarchy. People aren't killing each other. They're not raping each other. There's not this crazy stuff going on. It's just love. And so it showed me that can exist in the world. It doesn't just have to be in my little insular world. People were doing it without me saying anything. So it also takes a lot of responsibility off of me as an oracle to make change in the world. I'm not really going to focus on that so much. I'm just going to do whatever I'm called to do and release back into flow and into my intuition. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I appreciate your presence. I hope that it has benefited you to feel some of the delicious vibe that I felt. And I will see you again very soon.